Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace. I'm with the Footsteps to Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And hit the notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. Alright, you guys, today is Saturday. You know what today is. It's about the divine masculine, divine feminines. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Moonology deck, and we're going to just kind of see where this goes. All right, Spirit, so please show me, what is the divine masculine up to right now? What is the divine masculine? What advice do you have for the divine masculine? Okay. Divine masculines, what are you needing to release? And luck is on your side. So I do believe that once the divine masculines release whatever it is that they're needing to release, that they're walking into something that I don't think that they believe anything or this could have ever happened to them. And I feel like for them, it's, you know, having the confidence and the wherewithal to be able to move forward. I didn't ask any questions, but you guys got cards just flying out of the deck. Yeah, a fiery climax approaches. So I'm going to put that back in the deck and see if it comes back out. What is... So the advice for the divine masculines is whatever it is that they need to release, if they're willing to release it, it's like I see Cupid's arrows here, okay? So if they're willing to release the past and release the hurt and release the pain and the heartbreak and all these things, then they can make their mark. You know, for some of them, they just don't believe that they're lovable. You know, that's kind of like what I've been getting a lot from, you know, the readings the past few weeks is the divine masculines have gone back to karmics. And not only that, they've played the victim. So I feel like they need to release those roles. All right, Spirit. So what is the advice for the divine feminine? Okay. So the divine feminines, show the world the real you. And one more card, Spirit, for the divine feminines. Okay, you got two cards. You got a time for healing. And conclusions are within reach, okay? So I believe that the divine feminines are needing to be authentic and be real, okay? I feel like for you guys, you know, the divine feminines, you guys have been going through a lot. You've definitely been going through the healing process so that you can come out and be the best version of yourself. I do feel for some of you feminines, you have felt like you were being, you know, imprisoned, you know, maybe it's imprisoned into your thoughts. I feel like right now you have been working on your humanitarian projects and your just projects in general, which is not a bad thing. I feel like, you know, you ladies definitely need to, you know, learn how to be vulnerable. And yeah, Treasure Island. I didn't ask any questions, but that just flew out. We'll see where that goes. What energy is between the two? Okay. Chaos and conflict, okay? We seem to be getting this card a lot. So between the masculine and feminine, the number 33 could be relevant. The number 33 is, the threes are connected to Gemini, as well as we do have Aquarius and Sagittarius here on the table. So these could be special messages. This one is the full moon eclipse right here, okay, you guys? So we just had a full moon eclipse in Capricorn like a week ago. So I do feel like we're still in the energy of that. And it's caused a lot of chaos and conflict within the both of them, okay? I feel like, you know, the feminines are having to be vulnerable. And the masculines, I believe that this eclipse has caused the masculines to completely purge whatever it is that no longer serves a purpose. But I feel like it's caused a lot of chaos and conflict within the divine masculine and divine feminine and a regeneration. So regeneration is all about like death and rebirth. And I feel like, you know, this is a complete purge, okay? So with that said, like I said, we do have this eclipse energy that we are still in the midst of. You know, eclipses last 6 months. And they're heavy energy, okay? Very heavy energy between them. What does the masculines feel for the divine feminine? Well, that came out really quick. Divine masculines, I feel, are feeling conflicted about making an effort towards the divine feminine. You know, and I know that this doesn't go in alignment with whatever has happened, you know, in the last reading. So I could be talking to a completely different set of divine masculine and feminines. But I do feel like, you know, twist it, flip it, however it is, but don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit. Or this could take some while for you guys to play out. This could just be the trigger point right now. But I am feeling like the divine masculines are conflicted about making an effort towards their divine feminine because there's things that they need to release, and they're definitely going through the regeneration process. But I feel like, you know, if the masculines can make this effort towards the divine feminines, luck is definitely on their side, okay? So that is really showing up very heavily here, you guys. And I am seeing the chaos and conflict like pointing towards the making the effort. So, you know, yeah, express your love. Okay, these two, look at this. So we have this childlike love, right? And it's turned into something that is much more mature. I feel like, and that's kind of where, you know, maybe the divine masculine needs to release the immaturity, okay, of this relationship. And, you know, for the past relationships, I also, because again, I'm seeing the regeneration at the bottom of the deck, and it's like, you know, needing to rebirth this relationship. And I think that, you know, and I mentioned this in my last reading, when you're not doing what the divine has guided you to do, it causes a lot of chaos and conflict in your life because you are supposed to be moving towards your divine feminine. So it causes a lot of obstacles in your life with the people that are in it, okay? So, and yes, I do believe that for some of them, they do have children, the divine masculines. I do believe that they have children, or maybe they have been, maybe they've been acting like children as well. I do believe that, you know, for some of them, maybe this chaos and conflict has a lot to do because, you know, for some of them, like I said, they do have children, and, you know, they're trying to do what's in the best interest of their children. All right, so what is the advice, or what is the divine feminine's feeling towards the divine masculine? Okay, let your friends help you, ask for and accept help from others. So, you know, maybe... Okay, and one more, retreat. Okay, so maybe the chaos and conflict that comes from the feminine side, you know, has a lot to do with, you know, maybe they're friends. Okay, so it says here, you know, let your friends help you. You know, maybe, you know, maybe you have to understand that when you talk a lot of shit about your divine masculine, and that's kind of what I'm getting here, your friends are not going to be as forgiving as you are. Okay? So you want to be really mindful about the things that you put out there, divine feminines, because I feel like the chaos and conflict has to do with, you know, maybe your friends getting in the way. Okay, so, and I feel like, you know, there needs to be, like I said, some healing. And, you know, maybe you said some things about your divine masculine to your friends, and that's not truly how you feel. Okay, so it's kind of put you into this, you know, so close yet so far away imprisonment. I want you guys to be authentic and true about what it is that you want to do. And again, here's that regeneration. Okay, so again, the death and rebirth. Be careful of gossip here, because it's kind of what I'm seeing. You know, when I see, you know, there's too many women here, and see how they're just chattering. This one doesn't look too happy either. So maybe your friends have told you it's time for you to walk away. It's time for you to retreat. It's time for you to walk away from this relationship. And you're having a tough time with that. You know, I feel like you're confused on whether or not you want to, you know, move towards this relationship or move away. And I feel like there's this conclusion. But again, you know, it does say that conclusions are within reach and it's a time for healing. I feel like for some of you guys, yeah, there has been unrequited love in the past. You know, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I feel like maybe that's something that, you know, your friends have felt very highly about. But, you know, I am seeing the soulmate and the reconciliation at the bottom of the deck. So I do believe that for some of you guys, this is definitely a soulmate situation. And I do believe, you know, there has been some confusion on which way to go with this relationship. All right, so, yeah, it says big dreams. I didn't ask any questions yet, so, wow, okay, the deck is already wanting to start talking. So we do have pride and ego here as well. So, you know, that has a lot to do with chaos and conflict. If our pride gets in the way, you know, it's hard to move forward, you know, and it's hard to get past the ego until we can learn how to befriend the ego, because the ego wants to protect us, you know, from being hurt again. So we have to learn how to say, thank you, ego. I really appreciate that. I just saw 1111 as well. I really appreciate you trying to protect me, but I've got this and I know what's best for me. And I feel like, you know, expressing your love and making an effort towards the love of your life, there's definitely luck at the end of the day, but you're gonna have to release the pride and ego, and you're gonna have to release the chaos that it causes within you. There's definitely a push-pull energy here, but there's something just so sweet about this relationship that the masculine can see. But and maybe it's, you know, maybe what the masculine also needs to release is, you know, maybe there's someone here that they've known since childhood, you know, or known in the past, that they need to release so that they are able to express their love towards the one that it is that they're supposed to be with. And when they choose to do that, then, you know, like I said, luck is on your side and the universe will reflect that back. But the person has to be willing to do the work. You know, I feel like for the feminines have definitely walked away from this relationship, I believe already, because of the chaos and the conflict that this has caused in their lives. And I think that, you know, the feminines are working on building relationships with maybe their girlfriends and building stronger bonds when it comes to their relationships, and, you know, possibly even reconciling with family members as well. I am seeing that here. Okay, so, oh, wow, again, look at that, Dark Night of the Soul, and the Pride and Ego card comes out again. Yeah, so you guys, some of you guys are definitely going through a dark night of the soul, and maybe that's, again, you know, what has to do with this chaos and conflict, because I'm not asking for the divine masculine or feminine. So I do believe that the two of you are mirroring each other, especially when I am seeing the number 33, and that's in the middle of the reading, okay? So I am seeing a dark night of the soul. I'm definitely feeling like the two of you guys, you know, I'm looking at the clouds here, and clouds are all about confusion. And if you look at this card too, it's almost, you know, the same color. So it's almost like, you know, they're both looking up at the darkness in the night, and they're both, you know, I'm thinking that they're both hoping to release this fear that is within the both of them, that, you know, maybe for the feminines that this is not going to come together, and for the masculines, you know, they're looking at, how am I going to express my love? Maybe that took too long, you know, while they were going through their dark night of the soul because of their ego investment and the fear that this has caused them to settle down. So they have been observing from afar, okay? Like I said, they have a lot of question, okay? A lot of question within themselves on how to move about this relationship, okay? So how is the divine masculine, how are they, what are they thinking about this relationship? Holy shit, okay? So they're looking at it like the divine feminine is they're looking at moving towards their tribe, okay? They're seeing that the divine feminine is a part of their family, and I think that they are starting to awaken to the fact that, you know, this goes back many, many lifetimes, because when I'm looking at the elephants here, elephants have a memory of lifetimes before. And so I do feel like they are, and you know what? It's really funny because Elephants also, they will continue to walk in a whole path to get back to their tribe, okay? So I do believe that, you know, the divine masculines are wanting to move into a new direction. Divine masculines, you know, maybe something here happened in the winter, or it's going to come up in the winter season. So for some of you guys, whether this has already happened, or, you know, maybe the divine masculine has, like I said, you know, if this person has children, you know, they are working on, you know, they're working on their family relationships and things like that, you know, and I believe that maybe that's what's been going on since the winter time, or, you know, things are going to be wrapping up in the winter time and the two of you guys can be coming together. Okay, so I just had a card flip. Yeah, this person is definitely learning lessons. There's something here about a book. So a book could be important. Maybe this person is doing some study. But I do want to say that I think that this person has received the messages of whatever it is that they have been learning here, okay? And like I said, I think that this person maybe went out on a journey back in the winter time to go out and learn these lessons, and they have been receiving messages throughout this entire time. And again, I believe that they have had to go out and release the past and work on their own ego investment is what I'm hearing. Okay, so what about the feminines? What's going on here with the feminines? Okay, so the feminines are definitely ascending. Like I said, I do believe that the feminines walked away from this relationship or moved away because the feminines have the boat here, okay? And they are ascending to a higher level. So I do believe that these divine feminines have moved on from this relationship, especially what I'm seeing here, that they retreated, okay? So because of the retreating, they are ascending, and I do believe that because of that, look at the bottom of the deck, the divine masculine, I believe, has been made to do the work, you know, and it has attracted the divine feminine. So I do want to see that I want you guys to see that this action did show up in reverse. So birds could definitely be important in all this. But there has been no action in this relationship. And that's why the divine feminines retreated and moved forward without the divine masculine. Okay. And oh God. Okay. So divine feminines, yeah, the divine feminines realize that they have surrendered to this. I think that both of them were wearing a false self mask here, or the masculines weren't willing to take off their mask and surrender to, you know, this relationship. And so it was the fall of the relationship. I'm not really seeing this as a timing as much as I am seeing, you know, the fall of the relationship, because somebody here was not willing to open up their heart and take off this mask, okay? And so therefore, I believe that the universe, or I'm sorry, that the divine feminines have moved forward and they're working more on their relationships with their friends and family at this time. Building strong bonds is what I'm seeing here, okay? So the masculines are over here learning lessons, and the feminines are over here ascending to a higher level. And the masculine, and they're working on showing the world the real you, okay? They're working on taking off this mask, right? Okay? In order to be able to show the world who you are at a core level and at this place of true surrender, you have to take off the mask. You have to be authentic and true to this. So I do see where there has been absolutely no action when it comes to this relationship. I don't even believe the two of you guys have been on speaking terms, because the both of you guys are definitely going through a dark night of the soul, and it has to do with, I think that the both of you guys are very, very strong-willed, and you both have this, you know, peacocks. Imagine how peacocks walk around, right? They kind of like strut their stuff, okay? They have this walk about them that it's almost cocky. So I do feel like for the both of you guys, or one or the both, you know, put it where it fits, okay? You guys have this this peacock side of yourselves. And I think that also that has a lot to do with the mask you guys are wearing, because I think deep down inside, you definitely do truly care and love one another. I see that the divine masculine definitely does love this divine feminine, and has for a very long time. It has grown into something very mature. And I do believe that once this person is willing to get out of their head about this, that they have to realize that the divine is here to push the two of you guys to be together. This is actually a better reading than I got for the other day. So, all right, let's just see. What do the divine masculines want to say to the divine feminine? Okay. Yeah, I pushed you away because I was scared. Okay, so there's where that chaos and conflict comes in. And again, the dark night of the soul and that peacock right there. Okay, so I think that this person has pushed, but they're going through the regeneration process inside of themselves, because that is the, I believe, when I look at this unrequited love, I'm not seeing that it's not, that the two of you guys don't love one another. I think it has to do with self-love. Okay. Wow. Okay. I miss kissing you is what the divine masculines are saying. I'm battling my addiction. So maybe, for some of the divine masculines, they are definitely going through, and that does have a lot to do with the dark night of the soul, the chaos and conflict, and the pride and ego, and the regeneration, and the what is it that you need to release. So, I do see that this person could have a sex, drug, alcohol, or codependent addiction, or codependent relationship addiction as well. Okay. So will you ever forgive me? I can't speak for all of you. It depends on how dark this really got, on whether or not you can actually forgive this other person. And it's not that you can't forgive them. It's just because you forgive them doesn't mean that you have to have them in your life. And if you've learned the lessons, like, I'm definitely seeing here in this book, divine feminines, you have to decide on whether or not it was a make it or break it situation. You don't want to just have somebody there just to have them there, okay? You definitely want to, make sure that this person is being true and authentic. So I do want to say that the divine masculines are saying, I don't want this to be over with us, and I'm learning a lot about my spirituality. Okay, so that does make a lot of sense right here, from the cards that I'm looking at. Remember earlier when I said I do believe that this person has been doing some research and learning the lessons that maybe they've been, maybe they've gotten some self-help books and things like that. Maybe they have asked some friends, talking to people about spirituality, and, and that's part of going through that dark night of the soul and releasing, past programming and things like that. So, I'm not really seeing anything bad here today. This is a hell of a lot better reading than what I was seeing a couple of days ago when I did the divine masculine feminine reading. So, I don't know if maybe I'm just tapped into a whole nother energy, and I do like this energy a lot better, like I said, than I did the other day. So what are the divine feminine? Okay, Jesus. The divine feminines are saying my fears keep stopping me. Okay. So feminines, you're going to have to surrender to that. You can't always be a runner. I think for some of you feminines, I think that you have abandonment issues and you continue to, run away. And I feel like that's where your mask is, and you're needing to surrender, to whatever the divine has, at this time for you. Okay. So I said it. I'm so afraid of rejection. I do believe that that's why this feminine, wears a mask. And I feel like, like I said, there's that gossip and stuff, because of the rejection and feeling of, there was no love between the two of you, or maybe feeling like the masculine didn't love you enough or give you enough, of their attention. I think that, again, that's where the fall in the relationship is because you began to doubt it because there was no action in this relationship. But all along, the universe is keeping you from this relationship because you're needing to ascend. In order for you to ascend, you have to overcome the abandonment issues and the codependency issues that you have on this other person, okay? It's kind of like a reverse psychology. It's almost like, you know, if you want it too bad, the universe is like, oh, hell no, you can't have it, okay? Because you want it so bad. So we're going to do everything we can to keep you away from it until you don't want it, because it's like you're always wanting to cross the finish line, and the universe, sometimes it just feels like a toxic relationship with the universe. So divine feminines are saying, you're so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. I'm struggling with money, and I fear that if I get too close, you will hurt me. Okay, I think that that's why for a lot of you, the feminines, they are just relying on their friends right now, and they are relying on, you know, just those kinds of relationships in order to move forward. Relationship, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, the divine feminines are asking for trust. So I do believe that in the past, the divine masculines, you know, what is it that they needed to release? The chaos and conflict around them trusting these divine feminines, because I do believe that trust issues have been a factor in both of your guys' love lives in the past, okay? And so I do believe that that's where a lot of the chaos has come in, and why it just feels like a repeat, you know? And so, like I said before, you guys, these relationships are here to trigger something within the both of you guys so that you guys can move forward without these interfering when you guys do finally come into union. So, you know, that's why, you know, a lot of the time these karmics come back into the picture. Usually you go back to the karmic thinking, oh my God, yes, this is going to work out. And then they realize, oh shit, I made the worst decision of my life. And, you know, then they have to drop it, and they have to go through the healing process, and they have to figure out, you know, you have to understand too that this is the vibration of the person at this time. And so you have to just honor that, and you can't carry people around like a sack of potatoes. And for you feminines, you're being asked to ascend and allow the divine masculines to do their work while you move forward and do your work. So, you know, not a bad energy, you guys, today. I really like this energy for this next week. I do believe at the end of the day, luck is on your side. I think that for you feminines, you know, show the world the real you, you know, get excited about where you guys are headed in the future, and be really proud of yourselves for how far you guys have come. I believe that this is a wonderful, wonderful message, you know, and I'm really grateful to be able to bring it to you. You guys, I want to bring you one last little message from my spirit animal oracle, just to kind of close off this reading. Any last messages for the divine feminine and divine masculine? Any advice, any messages for the divine masculine and the divine feminine? What advice do you have, spirit, for the divine masculine and the divine feminine? What advice? Okay, here we go. All right, you guys. So we have the lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. Oh, so this number 37 could be relevant. So you definitely could be dealing with a Leo for some of you guys. Oh, and I opened it right to the page. So a healthy ego, and we just talked about that right here. We have the pride and ego card. Okay. A healthy ego means you ease God's order instead of edging God out. Lion and God can be universe, spirit, however you want to call it. Okay, you guys. I don't get into that kind of definition on my channel, okay? So a healthy ego means you ease God's order instead of edging God out. Lion spirit's appearance is a reminder that you have been given the gift of pride and a healthy sense of your worth to express your divine, authentic self in a unique way. You are both the king and the queen, secure in your prosperity and wisdom, and generous of spirit as you help others. Take pride in your ability to serve from the heart. Contentment with what you have right now allows you to use your resources wisely as you give to others in ways that educate, heal, inspire, and delight. Be proud yet humble. Practice gratitude, and you will find that the accolades that come to you are no match for the joy of of knowing what you have been able to do for others through expressing the bounty of generosity within you. Lion Spirit knows there is a great savanna before you and many who will benefit from the healthy expression of your unique set of gifts if you choose to work in partnership with Spirit. All your relationships flourish as you express your worth and generosity of spirit with humanity and kindness. What a blessing you can be to all. So, maybe the two of you guys are, you guys are of service to humanity, okay? And I think that for the both of you guys, when you do finally come together, I think that you guys are definitely going to be a power couple. I think that you guys are powerful alone, but when you come together, this is who you are going to be. And it talks about being the king and the queen within one. And we look at the number 37, and 37 is a 10, and the 10 breaks down into a 1. So, it's coming into oneness with self and that relationship with self, and then being able to come into this, partnership together. So we need to learn, it's almost like a healthy selfish, learning how to be independent, so that when you come together, you're not codependent on this relationship, okay? Because that's a lot of where the fear comes in. And this talks about a lot of pride and ego. And you think about the sun. The sun is your ego, okay? It's your ego investment. It rules Leo. So, and the sun is getting actually ready to move into Leo on the 21st, 22nd of this month. So, maybe in the time of Leo is when you will hear from this divine masculine as well. So you guys, this sounds like a really beautiful story today. I kind of want to leave the messages at that. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. You guys, I could not do this without you. I appreciate you guys more than anything. I love each and every one of you guys. I love doing this every single day. You guys, please feel free to schedule a reading. You know that if some of these messages don't apply to you, don't try to make them fit. The only way to know if these messages are for you is to get a personal reading. You guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in a personal reading, look up thefootsteps2peace.com. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we will chat again soon. Take care.